Hey, look, inventory is on the rise. Interest rates have risen basically 2 full points since the spring. Days on market is going up, and the average contract to list price ratio is finally cooling off. Are we headed into a buyer's market? Let's talk about it. First off, I'm curious, what are your predictions on where the market is going and just how fast is it gonna get there? What I'm seeing is that with sellers, where maybe end of last year, beginning of this spring, I would have seen 10, maybe even 15 offers. I'm seeing about a third of that, maybe even a fourth. I had a property recently that went under contract, good offer, but nothing like it would have been in the fall or early spring of this year. Appraisal guarantee was lower, asking price was lower. It just was nothing like what I would have seen 3 to 6 months ago. With the buyers that we're currently working with, I'm seeing far less inspections waived or even for information purposes only. Buyers are able to negotiate if the property's been sitting for a little while, maybe on the purchase price or maybe getting some closing cost assistance. Now, the most desirable properties that are out there are obviously becoming, the most competitive. I'm still seeing sometimes 10 to 15 offers on the very nicest of homes. But I am telling you, without a shadow of a doubt, things are starting to cool off. So how do we even define what a balanced market is? I think the best overall indicator is months of supply or months of inventory. The best way to understand this is take how many homes are available for sale, divide that by how many homes are selling on average per month, and you get some type of number. So 12, let's just say 2 per month are selling. 12 divided by 2 is 6. Well, 6 is considered a neutral market. The higher you go above that, the more and more of a buyer's market it becomes. The lower you are towards 0, the more of a seller's market it becomes. And if you can check the chart on the screen now, you'll see that for effectively the last 2 years, it has been a very, very strong seller's market, but things are starting to change. So what exactly is my prediction? I'm gonna say that effectively, we're probably not gonna see too drastic of a change until the end of the summer. The next 12 to 18 months is really what's gonna show us what's going on, because all of this is driven by a lack of inventory. This has nothing to do like the 2007 crash, because the 2007 crash had everything to do with poor underwriting and way too many buyers out in the market that shouldn't have been there. So I'm curious, if you had a daughter or son that was out going to buy their very first home, what would your advice be to them? I'm serious. Let me know down in the comments. Let me give you a few guiding principles and then maybe a few tactics so that you can go and implement if you have to buy here in the next few months. 1, buying homes is not like day trading. Stop treating it like it. If you bought 2 or 3 years ago and sold for $100,000 more, you're not the most brilliant person in the world. You got lucky. Sorry to say what it is, you got lucky. Buying and holding real estate should be somewhere between a 5 and 10 year period at a minimum. This is where appreciation, which historically has been about 3.5%, including inflation, for the last 150 years, and your amortization schedule actually works in your favor. If you're trying to buy and sell homes in a short period of time, unless you're a flipper and know what you're doing, you're setting yourself up for failure. 2, treating primary residences like an investment product is inappropriate in my opinion. Yes, do historical homeowners probably have somewhere in the range of 40 to 50 times the net worth of people who are lifetime renters? Yes, absolutely. It's like a forced savings program. But stop expecting that your primary residence is going to work like a mutual fund or some other investment product. It's just not. The last principle I think you absolutely must have wrapped around and must absolutely adhere to, and this is $200,000 properties, $500,000 properties, or even $2 million properties. Buy well within your budget. You do not want to be house poor. If you can buy the $2 million property and afford it for a period of time without it stretching your budget, awesome, go for it. But do not buy more house than you can afford. Now, 2 mental tactics I think you need to keep in mind is that there will always be another house. Unless you're in the $2 to $3 million range and up, there's no such thing as a unicorn. There's gonna be another brick range. There's gonna be another Cape Cod. There's gonna be another 1920s bungalow here in Norfolk that has been decently renovated in the next couple of months or probably weeks. Inventory is rising, although slowly, and so you just need to be patient and wait for the next house to come on the market. If you miss out because you're unwilling to swing or give some crazy offer on the property, I promise you, there's going to be another house. The second mental tactic here, I think, has exactly to do with supply, but is a little bit more data driven. One of the things our team can do for you is if you reach out to us and say, hey Dan, I'm looking in this neighborhood or this school district, this style of house, this amount of size, how many homes have sold in the last 2 years? So let's say we go out there and we look and we see, 104 homes sold in the last 2 years. Well, 104 divided by 52 weeks, once a week. Oh, that works out, the math works out. I did the math. is that one house per week will come on the market. And so you just need to be patient. Here's an exact example of what a single family in Northern Virginia Beach between $500,000 and $650,000 has available, or new listings that came on each month. I have clients that are actively looking in this price point, and so I use this exact chart to show them what I was talking about. And if you look at here, it ranges all the way down as low as 8 and as high as 25, with the average being somewhere in the range of 18 to 20 homes per month. Again, as long as you understand that what you're looking for is probably going to come up, 2 to 3 homes per week, you can be patient and not feel like you are going to have this fear of loss or fear of missing out and making an offer that you're going to regret later. So hey, if you're relocating to the coastal Virginia area, you need to watch this next video. And if you haven't subscribed already, why not?